Alright, today's delivery day. We're bringing Silverheels back to the boatyard. We'll go get a tender, go out to the boat, and get her ready to take her into storage. I do have a crew member that likes to talk and tell stories, so imagine that he's telling us a story about his hike.
It was fun.
Alright, we've got Kirsten, Pat, and Corey behind me, who's crewing Silverheels today. Alright, we are on our way. We're going to head over to Burnham Harbor, which has a fuel dock and a pump out, and we're going to take advantage of that. We're going to basically pump out the holding tank and then flush the system so that we can then winterize this boat once we bring it into the storage area. The fenders are now deployed. So we're all getting ready to dock at the storage facility, Crowley's Yacht. I didn't catch the actual docking on film this year, but this is how it looked last year. Okay, I just arrived at Crowley's and jumped on my sailboat, Silverheels, and today we're going to, after the first day of it being dismasted, we're going to start putting things away and starting to prepare the boat for storage. One main thing we'll do is flush the water tanks. Flushing the water system is paramount, but next we'll also look at cleaning a little bit because she's a little dirty. Okay, today we are getting Silverheels ready for storage. And one thing we want to do is empty the water tanks. We want to get all the water out of here. Otherwise, it's just going to smell like mildew and mold over the season. We don't want it to collect bacteria. So we want to dry out Silverheels. That means flushing the water. So all the water in the tanks, we're going to treat it with bleach. So I'm going to do like half a cup of bleach. And you're talking 55-gallon tanks. I'm going to let that solution sit in the tank for, I don't know, about an hour or so. And then we'll flush that water. We'll run the sinks, just flush the water through everything to allow that sanitizing solution to work its way through before we empty everything out. I've got a container of bleach here, and this is about a half cup. We're going to fill that with bleach, and we're going to put this into the water tanks. Underneath these cushions are the access to the water tanks. They have inspection ports. So yeah, I think the solution of 8 ounces is going to be fine because it's probably going to be about like 40 gallons in there, 35, 40 gallons. So here is 9 ounces. And now we'll do another dose for the port tank. But yeah, I'm going to stir it up basically. And whether I run water or take a little stir stick to those things, ultimately, I want that solution to get mixed in the water, sit in there for an hour or two, and then we'll flush everything. Okay, so I am now flushing the water in the water heater. You can hear the sink going. You can see I have the lever turned to hot. So it's flushing the water through, it's pumping the water through the water heater and then back out to the sink. And I think that really needs to be flushed. I don't think I did that last year, and it smells a little bit like eggs. So I definitely want to run the water through that tank and get it all cleaned out so that I don't have like stale water in there. And plus, this is water that's treated with bleach. So that bleach water is definitely going to help clean that water tank out. The idea is to run it through all the sinks. Okay, so you can certainly hear that I'm flushing the water tanks. The water is cycling through the water pump system. It's going through the water heater and out the faucets and down through the drain. So you can hear that water coming through the system. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pull the bilge plug from the bottom of the hull here. So now that drain is open, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to run water through that bilge, and you know, just like I'm flushing out the tanks, I'm going to flush out that bilge so that I can clean it as well. Alright, it's about 11:30 Chicago time, and I gotta tell you, I started this work at around 8:30, and I didn't think I don't know, it's still, you know, I am flushing the system and then going up and power washing the deck and then going over and fixing a little electronic bracket and then coming back and flushing the system. So I'm oscillating between jobs. I found a little problem with the water pressure, so I went over there. So all together, it's taking longer than I expect, and that's what boat projects are. They just take longer than you expect. So I've been at this since about 8:30. It's 11:30 now, still flushing. I've gone through one complete flush of each tank and now on the secondary flush. So the first flush per tank with the bleach solution, so a total of 110 gallons that had partial bleach in it, went through the system, went through the water heater actually. And now I'm just flushing pure water through, and then I'll be done, basically. And I might flush about 25 gallons per tank each of fresh water through and then drain the rest into the bilge is my plan. And then I'll show you how I drain the bilge. Ooh. Okay, I'm still flushing water through the tanks, but now I'm gonna push the water that's left in the port tank into the bilge. I'll do that again for the starboard when the starboard's below half, but right now the port is down to about a quarter, and I'm going to pour the rest of that water down into the bilge and then flush the bilge that way. I'm going to show you the drain pipe, the drain hose in there that's labeled port with yellow lettering. You may not see it too well because of the lighting, but we'll give it a go. Alright, that one there, that's going to drain right into this bilge. So that's my bilge, and this is the access panel and the sole. So I'm just going to pull that plug. I'm going to loosen that worm clamp with a screwdriver and then pull the plug out of that hose. You can see this plug coming out, and this water is going to shoot out of here, and I'll just drain it in the bilge. There we go. There. And that's how we're going to drain the rest of this tank and flush out the bilge in the process. Okay, I want to thank my subscribers. I really appreciate your support. If you have stayed through to the end of this video, I would really appreciate it if you would press that like button. It really helps the channel grow. This is Sailor Eric. Thanks for watching.